So when it comes to the GMKtec family, I must say that I do have the feeling that they have a different approach, and mainly when it comes to the build quality, and not in a bad way, but just the way how they make these things, how compact they are, but also when it comes to functionalities. At the front we're having an on-off switch, then of course the headphone jack, USB-C or Type-C, and two USB 3.0 ports, and a tiny hole over here if you want to reset the PC itself. At the back we're finding the input for the power supply, two HDMI, no display, two USB connections, one 3.0 and it seems to be in 2.0, and an RJ45, one single one for Ethernet. Let's do a quick CPU Z time, a little bit of a wicked nerdy time with the AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS, codename Phoenix, with a max TDP of 45 watts. The package is the socket FP7, so also combined with the Radeon 780M graphics. So next up, the mainboard is GMKtec, as you can see over here, the bus specs PCI Express 4.0. Memory in total 32 gigabytes, and they are divided over two slots, so we're having dual channel when it comes to the memory. Okay, AMD Ryzen 780M already mentioned before, and this is one of those, like I say, absolutely amazing onboard chips, and I'm a big fan of at the moment. So because when you're looking into the gaming, we can do a lot of cool stuff with that. So when it comes to the temperatures, I've been pushing the CPU to its limit. We're hitting the 90.6 Celsius. Now it's idle, don't do anything at the point. But also when it comes to the CPU-GPU combination, it's quite nice, it's quite okay. But let's see what we can actually do when it comes to gaming and some emulation. So when it comes to, let's say, some indie games, it runs perfectly on this, on 1080p and high graphics. And that is one of the things I really love when it comes to these mini PCs.
Go, go, go!
So next up, let's take a close look at some Crash Bandicoot on every setting set to high. Okay, so you can just see that the GPU still has some breathing room left, having around 90% of being used, 92, but still you can just see that it's easily being played, and you can just have a full 60 FPS. So one of my favorite fighting games to try out is Dead or Alive 6. And the reason why, because this is absolutely a great game to see how will this run on mini PCs. And I can tell you, when testing out all kinds of AMD Ryzen Intel chips, we need to have a great CPU-GPU combination. And this particular chipset is great for this. But you can just actually see that it will not hit the 60 FPS at the moment, but I've been setting every setting to high, hitting this thing, the GPU, to 98%. The overall design is kind of basic, to be honest, and this is made out of plastic, especially only the middle part is made out of metal. But that's not a bad thing. I think there's a very nice weight to it, but also it's a very compact model. Here you can see the holes for the bracket, for putting it basically behind your monitor. But let's do a quick teardown and let's see how we can open this thing up and how can we upgrade it, because I'm really curious about the particular part. So yeah, you can just tear this thing down, but it doesn't make any sense. I just wanted to show you what's actually inside of this thing. If you want to upgrade, you can just do this fairly easy with the removing of the top cover. It's just a click construction, no screws whatsoever. You can reach into the DIMMs over here, so if you want to replace them, you can do it fairly easy and just slide them out. They're using ADATA, so DDR5 5600, or replace the NVMe in the inside, and they're using Lexar, and that is positive because Lexar is one of those better brands, and I have more faith in those things than the other ones I've reviewed in the last couple of, let's say, boxes. So when you're looking at this, the inside, the construction, the way how everything is made, it's fairly easy. There's also, I wanted to showcase the other side, and did I just put it in the wrong position. I think I do. Does it? Okay, you can see it's very difficult to rip off, but it's not easy to break. Yeah, that's the way. Okay. So construction wise, we need to remove the rubber feet. Otherwise we cannot get into the system itself. So let's remove the 4 tiny screws and let's see what's inside. Alright, so the screws have been removed. You can just flip over the thing. Here you can just see this is just a piece of plastic. And yeah, okay, so this is going to be a challenge. Next up, we're having over here the mini PC itself. It's a very beautiful compact model. And let's check out how far we can tear down this thing. Need to remove the other 4 screws and let's see if we can lift out the main board. Alright, so let's lift this out. Always need to be very gentle with this. You never know what's underneath. And of course how you need to lift it out is otherwise like a different question. Oh man. So this GMKtec is an absolutely great piece of technology. With the AMD Ryzen 7000 series inside, it's absolutely beats formulation and gaming, but a very nice compact design. That is one thing to be sure. There's something still in the picture, so that looks better. But in the end, we're having 4 USB ports, where 2 at the front and 2 at the back. But that is what you're getting with these, let's say, form factors. There is no display port if you want to use this, so I'm guessing there will be like a converter for that. But the overall construction, where this thing is partially made out of metal, it's just a basic box, but it does deliver. Upgrading it's super easy. You can just remove the top cover. You can see the plastic, you can just remove it and get into this thing. That is one of those key features I really love. Thank you all for watching. Consider subscribing, hit the little bell, and it will be great to see you in the next video.